All right. So, hey guys, it's me, 80s from 4. So, today, guys, we're talking about the UEFA Champions League round of 16. So, this is part 2 of the part 1 preview. And we're going to be previewing the next 4 games, guys. So, I'm going to hopefully do this around an hour. If you guys want to come on, just let me know. Just send me DM on Twitter and I'll send you the link. So, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and get it started. And so, yeah, as I said, guys, I'm just going to give you guys a few minutes to settle in. And we're obviously going to go ahead and get started with the first game. So, and I'll let you guys, you know what? How about we do things for a different change, guys? How about we let you guys decide what the first game is going to be? So we have 4 games to preview. I want you guys to tell me in the chat which game we should preview first. Okay. Then I'll have the respective guests come on. And if we have no guests come on, I'll just, do a brief thing. So just tell me in the chat which game we should start first. In fact, let me do a poll. So which game should we discuss first? Porto, Liverpool versus Real Madrid, and last one, I believe it is Frankfurt versus Napoli. Okay, so put your message. Vote in the poll, guys. I put a poll out there, so make sure you guys vote on that. I'll give you guys around a few minutes to decide. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys. Let's wait until 10 votes. Once we get 10 votes, then we'll see what you guys say, and then we're going to go by the majority. Hello, AD. Hello in the chat. Yeah, make sure you guys smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. So let me see what you guys are saying. So we got 4 votes, guys. Come on, come on, vote, guys. So once we have our 10 votes, then we're going to make a decision which game we're going to start off first. Okay, and maybe I should do a community post as well. Okay. So let's wait until we have I'll wait for 2-3 minutes because we still haven't had a winner yet, guys. We still have 4 votes. So come on, guys, make your vote, guys. Make your vote count. We need an odd number, basically. Okay, so what game do you guys want me to do first? All right, so we have a winner, guys. Let's do this one. I think the one that most of you guys are most excited for. It's only right we start off with this game. So let me get the people come on, man, because this is a big one. This is a big one, guys. This is a huge game. This is probably the biggest game in the Champions League this week. So it's only right that we start off with this game. So we're going to be doing Liverpool versus Real Madrid, guys. Liverpool versus Real Madrid is the game we're going to be doing, guys. And yeah, let's go and do it. So let me go ahead and read your messages in the chat before we get started. So evening AD, let's start with Tuesday. I'll come on. Hello AD. Hello in the chat. I can come on if you want. I'll break the tie by changing my vote to Liverpool versus Real Madrid because Sebastian's here. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah. Okay. So I send the link to both of the guys, and hopefully they both join. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Yeah, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe if you're new, man. Subscribe if you're new. So let me go actually do a pin message. Not that. Smash the like button and subscribe if you are new. Okay. Okay. The biggest game in the UEFA Champions League this week, in my opinion.
Yeah,
It's only right
my avatar for this is very good. Look.
Okay, Rank.
The normal one.
Yeah, I think it's only right that we start with Rank. Sebastian, we'll get to your thoughts later. I just want to hear from Rank first because he hasn't been on the channel for some time now, you know?
Yeah, obviously this is a huge game. It's going to be a repeat of the last Champions League final. That doesn't happen very often. And both teams come in very different forms, in my opinion, because Liverpool have been looking in a form that I haven't seen them for a while now. We've been really struggling to get any results in the Premier League for a while now. And Real Madrid, yes, they are kind of struggling as well, but they are still a very threatening team. They still have all those amazing players and are still in second place in La Liga. I feel like most people are going to have Real Madrid as the favorites in this game, but anything can happen at the end of the day.
Yeah, so let's look at the injuries for both teams real quick. Obviously, you have Thiago Alcantara is injured. He's not going to make the game, I believe. Luis Diaz is out. Konate is out. Calvin Ramsey is out as well, and Arthur Melo is out. As for Real Madrid, Toni Kroos is out. Courtois for Mendy, Eden Hazard. Now, all these players, it says late, so there's a chance they may play. I don't think all four of them will play, but there is a possibility.
I have a feeling that Courtois might play anyway, because it's just so important for Real Madrid that even if he isn't fully recovered, they might risk him for the game.
Yeah, definitely. And then you can see the form for both teams, man. Very contrast form. Very different. And the head-to-head record, I don't even want to look at. I don't even want to show that for you and Sebastian's sake. It's dreadful to say the least.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we could go all. We could go all in all. We could spend like hours and hours just discussing what's wrong with Liverpool. So, give me your quick reasons why Liverpool have been struggling, and do you think that they could come to a life in the Champions League?
In my opinion, most of the struggles Liverpool are having is that we are still running with the same system of this constant press that Klopp has been running, and that has been working for us, to be fair. But it's pretty obvious that teams have already figured out how to play against this press. And after that, you have a lot of injuries and players underperforming. So I don't want to put excuses on the injuries because other players are just playing bad. That's just a fact. But there have been a lot of players, key players that have been injured. But mostly this pressing is not a surprise to anyone anymore. These other clubs in the Premier League have already figured out how to play against the press.
Yeah. Do you think Klopp has been too stubborn? Like he's like, doing the same thing and not trying to change? Because I did hear people saying that, there's a 7-season curse and that Klopp is just very stubborn. He's very emotional to some of these players, like the likes of, Henderson, Milner, these players that shouldn't really be at the club anymore. They've overstayed their welcome. Do you agree with that or not necessarily?
Kinda, because if you look at our last games, Henderson and Milner have not been playing much. But yeah, I agree that they are maybe staying for too long. I feel like Henderson maybe is still useful for the club. It gives that depth in midfield that maybe we need. Milner he should be gone already, in my opinion. And maybe Klopp has been stubborn in keeping up the same play style, even when it's clear that it's not working for us. And we should probably shift to something more keen to counter-attacking football, because that's when we've looked the best, basically. And we have so many quick players up front, like Darwin, like Salah, like Gakpo. We've signed all these players that are so fast. They are perfect to go on the counter-attack, and we should probably play that way.
Yeah. So thank you, Rank, for giving your thoughts. Now, I bet Sebastian. So we're waiting very patiently. So Sebastian, now is your chance for you to speak.
So I know there's only one Liverpool fan I can trust with all the facts and all the stuff. It's Hussam, the only Liverpool fan I could trust with everything, except Michael also. But I don't know. He does not know as much as Hussam knows. But
Yeah.
with that midfield we definitely should have fixed the midfield in the summer. That's what every single Liverpool fan wanted. And then we did not get any midfielder. And now we have stuck with Curtis Bloody Jones, Henderson, or should I say Jordan Brian Henderson, his full name. We have to be stuck with, Barstich is okay, good talent. Fabinho, good versus Everton, probably the only good game he had this season. But the only thing I could see in this game is that win versus Everton, it could be a little boost for the players. That we finally got a win, for God's sake. Finally we got a win. And of course, Van Dijk is back on the bench. I'm not sure if he will play versus Real Madrid. I'm not sure, but this game versus Real Madrid, we need. I would say if we somehow goes and kick out Real Madrid, I think we have a chance to win the Champions League, because it's Liverpool in the Champions League. We know what Liverpool has done past years. When we played the Champions League, we kicked out Barca a few years ago. Sorry, Eddie. We kicked out Bayern Munich round of 16, I think a couple of years ago, when Sadio Mane destroyed the Bayern Munich defense. And then, obviously, we have beaten some big teams in the Champions League. And the one team we have not been beaten since 1981 is Real Madrid. But to be fair, it's typical Liverpool. We play at our worst, and then we somehow beat Real Madrid. I won't be shocked if we do, because I don't know why Núñez is playing as a left winger, but he should be a striker. It should be Gakpo. Ooh, there's a huge problem now, because we have, of course, Jota and Diaz back. I'm not sure if they will be full fit for the Real Madrid game, hopefully. It's going to be tricky to choose the front three, because, every single front three is just world class.
Yeah.
And I know these memes about Núñez, but people need to give him time. He will start to score soon. I'm hopeful for it. Next season, I hope he scores like 20 goals or something.
20 goals. Okay.
Yeah, and then let's see. And, Trent, he has to be on his A. Everyone has to be on their A game.
Yeah.
If we have Mr. Bambi on ice and Rihanna at centre backs, Joe Gomez and Matip versus Vini and Benzema, we are screwed. So we might need Van Dijk for this game.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that I think that the thing that's really worrying with Liverpool for me is the defense. I think the defense is very worrying.
Could we have Araujo, please? Could we have Araujo?
The defense is the most worrying part, I would say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, the thing with the midfield, as Matt said in the comments, the thing is, like, Real Madrid's midfield's been very, like, inconsistent. Like they haven't like there's a lot of different players that can play in the midfield. You have like the likes of Valverde, then you have Ceballos, Modric, Camavinga, Tuchemi. I just think that for me, the midfield battle, or I know you guys will really struggle, but Real Madrid don't have a settled midfield trio. Like I don't think their midfield trio has been like finalized. They're still trying to figure out how they could get the best.
So last
trio.
game versus Elche, Real Madrid played Valverde, Camavinga, Ceballos, and then versus Al Hilal they played Modric, Tchouaméni, Kroos, and then versus Al Ahly they played Kroos, Tchouaméni, and Modric. So it looks like Kroos, Tchouaméni, and Modric, but it can be also Ceballos or so much. Ceballos has been really good for Real Madrid this couple of weeks. I don't know if anyone has seen it, but he has been very good.
Yeah, he's been good. He's been good. He's been good. That's what I say is like and the defense, man, because you like Alaba is there, then you have Nacho Fernandez and Militao Carvajal. It's just the defense, man, is so much better. The defense is a huge difference, I would say. Do you agree, Rank?
Yeah, I haven't been impressed with Real Madrid's defense this season. I feel like Alaba is probably their best defender, but besides that, they haven't been looking good at the back. And if they don't have Courtois, I don't know if they are going to be that safe. Of course, then our strikers have to be sharp, and we've struggled a lot in front of goal lately. So it's going to be interesting how that's going to pan out, because I feel like both teams are shaky defensively.
Well, that is true. That is true. Real Madrid haven't kept a lot of clean sheets. I'd still say, though, Real Madrid's defense is way better than yours.
Maybe, yeah, but we'll have to see. I think that Van Dijk is going to start, and we'll have to see in what form he returns. That's going to be the deciding factor.
Yeah. All right. So let's quickly.
And also, we have an important game tomorrow. Also,
yeah.
So I don't
Newcastle
know what we'll want to do. Yes, if we beat Newcastle tomorrow, we're 3 points behind with a match in hand. So, and also we have Real Madrid. So I don't know what Klopp want to do.
I mean, in my opinion, I think a Champions League is too difficult, man. Like I think it's too difficult, especially against Real Madrid. So, I mean, you're gonna have to play both strong teams in both games.
Plus, it's hard to compete in both competitions when you. Of course, it's not tough if your name is Bayern Munich or Real Madrid or someone else, or Napoli, for example. But if you have not been good in the league and then you come into a Champions League knockout, it could be easier, but it could be harder also. Like for Real Madrid, they conceded 3-2 Al Hilal in the Club World Cup. And now they are facing probably quality-wise a better attack in Liverpool.
Yeah, and I was just telling Rank earlier a few days ago that this, in my opinion, like if there was a time for Liverpool to beat Madrid, I think now would be the right time, because you can see Real Madrid, they're kind of struggling at the moment right now. They haven't been playing particularly well. Yes, they've been getting wins, but a lot of the wins have been more hard fought, and they just their defense is kind of sketchy a bit. And as I said, Real Madrid, Vinicius has been kind of out of form. Benzema has not really been that amazing compared to previous seasons. So I'm not trying to suggest that Liverpool is going to win. I'm not saying they will. It's just that I'm saying is that I don't think Liverpool will be destroyed necessarily. I think this will be a lot closer than people expect it to be. What do you think of that, Rank?
Yeah, I definitely expect it to be close, but a lot is going to be determined in the home game, in my opinion, because if we don't get something like a 2-0 lead or something at Anfield, playing at the Bernabeu, it's going to be super, super hard. If we go with the tie being even or only up by 1 goal, Real Madrid has all the momentum to turn the tie back at the Bernabeu. So we have to get a good lead at Anfield.
Yeah, I'm just saying this right now. Like, if you guys don't win the first, you guys are out, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't give you guys a chance to win at Bernabeu. It's going to be very difficult. And we saw what Real Madrid did last season at the second leg. So, yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and go over your ideal lineups. Let's actually look at the lineup that Real Madrid played against Al Hilal, because they'll probably be their 11, I would imagine.
So what I have seen is that Courtois is most likely to start tomorrow versus Osasuna.
Really?
Oh, yeah, actually, you know what? Let's look at tomorrow because Real Madrid is going to play tomorrow. They're going to show the expected lineup, so we should probably look at that, actually.
I've heard that Courtois may start that game.
Yeah, Courtois is probably going to start. Let's see. Osasuna versus Real Madrid. Let's see.
Against
Expected,
Osasuna.
Courtois.
Wow. I would have expected Lunin to play and save up Courtois for the Liverpool game.
Well, to be fair, he needs some match sharpness, especially being injured for some time. So I can kind of understand why, Ancelotti. Yeah. So look, this is 11 this is the 11 according to football we expect. So you're going to see Courtois, Alaba, Rudiger, Militao, Carvajal, Modric, Tuchemi, Ceballos, Vinicius, Rodrigo, Valverde. So yeah, I guess Benzema will probably be rested and Cruz will probably be rested.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, maybe Modric might be rested too, to be fair. Modric. Because I'm looking at that back line, guys. Rudiger has not really been good for Real Madrid. So I think you could definitely I think this is one player you can exploit potentially.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously let's look at the Liverpool one real quick. And then tell me you guys and then we're gonna move on to the next game. So let's go look at Liverpool. Liverpool versus Newcastle, 12:30 p.m. my time. And this is 11 that we're gonna. This is the 11 that.
It's gonna be fun.
Is this the best 11 to you guys with everyone available? No injuries.
No,
Yeah.
I mean
with everyone available. No, I would for sure have Van Dijk over Joe Gomez, for example.
Or
yeah.
I feel like I would
definitely
start Harvey Elliott over Henderson, and I would have. I mean, if everyone's available, I would have Luis Diaz return. And then maybe even Shota can start.
No, I sorry. I meant to say, is this the best 11 with the injuries?
Oh, with injuries.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, no, I would still start Elliott over Henderson. And, I mean, Van Dijk is already back, so he can start over Gomez, but he's being rested.
Thiago still injured.
Yeah, it says Van Dijk is still out. Oh, wait, it doesn't say. Oh, wow.
He was on the bench against Everton.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. Did he just come back from injury? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, he was on the bench against Everton.
Okay. Sorry.
But yeah, I would play Van Dijk over Gomez every day of the week, and I would probably start Diogo Jota over Gakpo and play Nunez on the wing. I feel like that's what I would do.
Yeah. Sebastian, do you agree with what Rank said?
Yeah, I fully agree with that.
Okay.
I think that is probably based on all the injuries and form. I think that midfield is the best right now.
Yeah, and also, by the way, guys, if you guys are wondering, are we doing combined 11? Let's not do a combined 11. Let's not.
No.
Let's not do it. Let's not do it.
Oh, no, Isak. Oh, crap. Isak versus Gomez. Oh, no. I will be sick. Ugh.
I'm going to say Gomez should be playing at West Bromwich or something. There's no way he should be at Liverpool.
Well, we'll see. If it's Gomez and Matip, which is probably going to happen, versus Isak, Maxima, Almiron, we're screwed.
Yeah, okay. So let's go read some comments, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to the next game. We're going to talk about Frankfurt and Napoli afterwards. So you guys can stay on if you guys want, or you can leave. Completely up to you guys.
Yeah, I will be happy.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. Yeah, where am I? Okay. Pick up the panel. My prediction is Liverpool 1, Real Madrid 1, with Liverpool scoring the first goal. Ooh, a draw. A draw would be a good result.
I wouldn't be happy with that result. No, I have to play at the Bernabeu.
I know, but I'm just saying is that if we because I don't know. Actually, yeah, you're right. It's not the worst result. Let's put it this way.
Well, of course, it's not. It would be worse to lose, but
yeah, because dude, we could have a scary. Something tells me that Real Madrid if Real Madrid wins both games, that's gonna be.
I think it could be like an AC Milan effect. What AC Milan's effect have done, Milan won 1-0 against Torino, and then they won 1-0 against Spurs. Now we won 2-0 versus Everton. and then we play Real Madrid at home. Who knows? I might be wrong. I might be right. Who knows?
Real Madrid and Spurs is not a really good comparison, man.
True, but you never know. It's the Champions League. We have seen what happened.
Yeah, that is true. That's true. Anfield, man, and Anfield is special. I've seen in some ways that you guys are playing at the Anfield first, then Bernabeu, because the thing is, like, if you guys had played in the Bernabeu first, it could have been like, the Anfield wouldn't have that special effect, And now all of the Anfield can have that special effect, I feel, potentially. All right, let's go ahead and read some. Most worrying part for Liverpool against Real Madrid is a midfield battle. I agree Henderson has more of a purpose than Milner. Klopp has been too stubborn, too loyal to many players. Napoli winning 2-0. Napoli, how good timing, man. Napoli's playing right now. Mm-hmm. Interesting timing. With the players available, that's the best front three. Maybe apart from Nunes, 2-1 now. I got the draw 1-1 too. Real Madrid versus Liverpool. I think that's why I predicted UEFA predictor. Ooh, interesting, Pookie. Interesting. Obviously, Pookie being the Real Madrid fan, so, So, anyways, I think we're going to move on to the next game, guys. I think we spent enough time on this one. So, we're going to go ahead and talk about Napoli-Frankfurt, guys, because this, for me, is a game that I'm excited, believe it or not. See, with Real Madrid, I know it's good. Yeah. The thing with Real Madrid, yeah. The thing is with Real Madrid, Liverpool is that most of us already know what's probably going to happen, Whereas this one, even though I think this is going to be really close. I think this is a really interesting one, and the interesting thing is, this is like the underdog matchup. It's different to Club Brugge Benfica because we all know which team is going to win. This one, I feel it's 50-50. Like, I think people need to respect Frankfurt more. Like, Napoli, they've been amazing, but Frankfurt have also been really good too. Yeah. So, I mean, what do you guys think, man?
To be honest, this first game, Frankfurt at home, I think they could definitely get something because they have been very good in Champions League. And, obviously they did well at home in the matches in the group stage. So, to be fair, I could see Frankfurt winning this because, I think they have a very, very good team with, obviously, Lindstrom, Kamada, and Colomani up top, and then they have Ndika, who is apparently going to Barca, I heard, in the summer.
That'd be
free agent. Yeah. And then obviously they have Kevin Trapp, who's a very good goalkeeper. Underrated.
Kevin Trapp.
One of the most underrated goalkeepers in the Bundesliga and the world. People don't really talk about him that much. Obviously, because maybe because of the team, Frankfurt ain't the best knowing team. Obviously, they have the Portuguese right mid or right wing back. So obviously, the Swiss centre mid who played in the World Cup, and then obviously Götze, who crushed Messi's dreams in 2014, but Messi won it in 2022, so does not even matter, I guess. But Frankfurt is a very, very good team, which people need to look out for, because I think if Frankfurt win this tie, I think they could be very, very tricky to beat. And obviously with the quality they have, also with Napoli, we're going to speak about this. These two teams have players that could hurt the big teams, and don't be so sure about Napoli winning, because we know what Frankfurt did in the Europa League.
The thing with Frankfurt is, sorry to cut you off, Sebastian, is that they're a team that is not really a home team, not really an away team. Like, they can get away results too. Like, remember, they beat Bayern Munich away, they beat Barcelona away, they beat Sporting away. And Napoli, for me, as good as they are, I think they're more accustomed as a home team. I think that's where their form really peaks, And so it's really, really interesting in that regard. Obviously, I've spoken my bit in the prediction video, so I don't really want to speak too much here. So this is more of a for the you guys. So, Rank, I want to hear your thoughts on this one real quick.
Well, I definitely feel like this matchup is kind of tricky to call. because Frankfurt is definitely a really good team, and their form, at least at home recently, has been really good. They just have that loss against Köln recently that looked really bad, but besides that, their form has looked amazing as well. And against really tough opposition like Bayern, like Freiburg, they have a tough schedule and they've gotten a lot of results. And playing the first match at home is going to be really good for them, in my opinion. Frankfurt could definitely get something in this game, but it's just that Napoli have been so stellar this season. I'm going to say that this is the best Napoli we've seen since Maradona retired, basically. Like, Napoli has never looked like this good of a team. They basically have the Serie A in the bag.
Yeah. Even with Gonzalo Higuain, do you remember when Higuain used to play for Napoli? He was amazing for them. And that wasn't even the best Napoli.
Yeah, no. Juventus was still dominating the league back then. This is going to be the chance for Napoli to win a title for the first time without Maradona, basically. So that's going to be huge for them. Napoli is not known for being a big club, and they are at the top of the Serie A. And they can put a lot of pressure in the Champions League, in my opinion. Like, of course, they have to get through a very tough opponent like Frankfurt, but I feel like Napoli has everything in their own hands to win this tie and go through.
Yeah. The thing is, like I said, with Frankfurt is that they're a very good cup team. They're not really that great in the league, but when it comes to cup competitions, they're very difficult to beat. Remember a few seasons ago, they made it all the way to the Europa League semifinals, and they only lost to Chelsea on penalties. They tied Chelsea home and away, which is very incredible. Yeah, and obviously last year they won the Europa League, and they also won the DFB Pokal, I think, a few years ago against Bayern Munich. So, like, they're amazing at cup competitions, man. Oliver Glasner is a very, very good coach. I like the team that he's built. You know, I'm looking at players like Götze, So, Kamada, Lindstrom, then Muani, Ndika, then Hasebe, Tuta. You know, it's a great team. Then Trapp as well. And then the thing with Napoli is, as good as they are, my issue with Napoli is they're as good as they have been in the Champions League. I don't think they've been that great. You know, I know they topped the group, but they just about topped the group. You know, and my thing is that with Napoli in particular is that we haven't really seen anything outside of the Serie A to suggest that they'll be this amazing in the Europe, right? So I'm not trying to say they've been bad. I don't want to make it seem like this way, but I still feel as though that Napoli still need to do this in a more like against other types of teams, you know, not just Italian teams, you know?
Yeah, for sure. This is going to be the game that's going to prove Napoli's pedigree, basically. You know, Kvaratskhelia has to show up, Osimhen has to show up, Politano, Sambuanguisa, all these players have to show up on the day and show what Napoli is really made of, because, of course, they've been amazing, by far the best team in Italy. Many people are putting them as favorites in this tie. Now they have to prove it. It's going to be very interesting to see if they will show up.
And it's kind of like similar to it's kind of similar to other types of teams where, like, you know, there's a team that really does well when they're the underdog, but when they're like the favorite, they sometimes don't really tend to live up to expectations. You know, do you understand what I'm saying, Rank?
Yeah.
So, like, you know, like look at Spurs, for instance, right? Like and many of us didn't expect Spurs to beat City. Then many of us didn't expect Spurs to lose to Leicester. You know, like it's just that kind of thing, you know, where Napoli could be like Juventus per se, and then they lose to, like, you know, maybe Frankfurt in the Champions League. I'm saying maybe. I'm not saying for sure, but there's a possibility. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens at first, like, because as you said, man, I think it's going to come down to who's going to come up with it, who has that mentality, right? Because Muadi's been clutch for Frankfurt. He's been amazing for them. He's been their main guy, man. He's come up with the dividends, and obviously Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia has been amazing as well. So it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be very, very interesting. And as people are saying in the chat, we're going to go read some of the chat messages, actually. Let's actually read some of the messages, and then we're going to go ahead and talk about Wednesday games. I really like that Frankfurt versus Napoli game. That's good, because the atmosphere of both clubs will, in my opinion, affect the game. Yeah, both atmospheres is insane. And Frankfurt fans, I forgot to mention this, their fans come out in packs. Their fans are amazing. They're huge. They're very passionate.
That they come now.
And even at what is it called? Remember a few seasons ago when Frankfurt played Arsenal? There was a lot of Frankfurt fans. Yeah, there was a lot of Frankfurt fans in London, I think. So they love to show up, man. They're very, very passionate, man. And Napoli fans are also very passionate too. Let's not kid ourselves here. So It's a very interesting one, man. Very, very interesting. Still 2-0. Napoli, VAR just allowed to go. Okay. Frankfurt has been a little inconsistent, but they could turn it up when they need it, like they did away versus Sporting. That's the thing with Frankfurt is that I think Frankfurt is more of a big team kind of thing, whereas Napoli more of a consistent type of team. That's kind of like the way I see it. Like Frankfurt, like the giant killers, and then Napoli's like the consistent guys. For just based on this season.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think Napoli wins the first like 2-1. They drew to Bayern. Yeah. I mean, I was talking about last season, but yeah, they also got a result against Bayern away. You can also mention that. I didn't care about the second leg though yet. Frankfurt 1, Napoli 2, maybe a draw. Oh yeah, Frankfurt 3, Napoli 1. Ooh. Frankfurt will make it a good game, but I think Napoli have more players and more clinical. Draw, Napoli win by 1 goal. Yeah. Abu says, "Yo, rank is back."
That'll be elite.
Poi says Napoli had a big win at Ajax. Alchemist said Napoli's Champions League group was less compared than Frankfurt's group. Frankfurt played Marseille, Spurs, and Sporting CP, while Napoli played poor Rangers and Ajax teams. That's also another good point. Frankfurt had a difficult group. Their group was significantly harder than Napoli's group. Do you agree?
Yeah, I can see that. Like Napoli's only opponent was Liverpool, and they won one game and lost one game. And then, Ajax looked really bad, and Rangers was just horrible. So I can maybe see that point.
Yeah. And Frankfurt, Napoli will be amazing in terms of both sets of fans. Yeah, that's definitely true. Ajax was an important team heading into the UCL, in my opinion, though. I don't know. I don't think they were that great, like especially being the Pod 1 team, But it's kind of hard to say because they sold a lot of players and, they got rid of their coach. And so it's kind of hard to, like, really be harsh on that when there was a lot of constraints already put on them. And Marseille, Marseille were competitive, man. Like, they fought to the very end, Like,
Marseille are very competitive, yeah.
Yeah, I know the Champions League form has been, they haven't really been good in the Champions League ever since they won it, but they're still there's still no pushovers, Like they were competitive. Like look at like Marseille Rangers, like there's a huge gap in quality,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, which team do you guys have to advance, guys? Which team do you guys have to advance?
I still have Napoli advancing, but I wouldn't be shocked if Frankfurt pull this off.
Okay, what about you, Sebastian?
It depends what happened in the first leg. Depends what.
Come on, man! You gotta say before the first leg, man. Come on.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
Okay, come on. Say what you think before the first leg.
So, if Frankfurt, let's say, win by 2 or 3 goals, which is unlikely, but let's say they do, I think they will go through. But if it's like a draw or Napoli win, Napoli will go through.
So
Napoli,
I think you're having Napoli. I think you're picking Napoli.
Yeah, Napoli. Because of Osimhen, he's a very good player. Obviously, the best striker in the world right now, and H thinks he is.
He's not the best player in the world. He's not the best striker in the world.
I said striker, not.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he's the best striker in the world.
Because Rashford is the best player in the world right now. Depends on form. So,
Rashford's not really. Rashford's more of a winger than a striker.
Yeah, but I said on form.
Okay.
On form.
Yeah. But I'm just saying is that I don't think that he's the best striker in the world.
So
I'll put him in the top 3, but not like number 1 for me.
It seems like Napoli is unstoppable, but you can't beat this team if you go.
Yeah. Like that's the thing. Like Liverpool beat this team. Inter Milan beat this team as well. So
AC Milan has not beaten Napoli, but
no, I said Inter have. That's what I said. Liverpool, Inter.
Hopefully Milan does it. Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see, guys. We'll see. Anyways, so yeah, look out for this game, guys. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and move on to Wednesday games on Wednesday. So let's see what's on the menu. So we're at 40 minutes. We kind of spent a little too long with the introduction there. So we got to speed this up. Let's go to RB Leipzig versus Manchester City. And then obviously we'll save the last one for last because obviously it's going to be interesting. So let's go and do it. So let me go and exit those other tabs. We don't need those anymore. And we're going to go to the next match we have here is Leipzig versus Manchester City, guys. Ooh. It's going to be interesting, guys. It's
not looking good for Leipzig.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I forgot to look at the head-to-head. Well, we already know Real Madrid's got way better head-to-head. So no, you need to check there. And then obviously Napoli, Frankfurt. I don't think the two teams have even played against each other in history. But let's quickly look at the head-to-head before we begin. So Leipzig's got 1 win. Manchester City's got 1 win. Both came in the group stage of the last season Champions League. So let's go look at Leipzig, man. So Leipzig are playing tomorrow.
So I want to say that before the loss,
Leipzig, because for me they're a good team. My only concern with Leipzig though is that I don't really think their defense is that amazing. Like I know they have Vardio there, who is a great defender and all. Yeah, I mean it's just Leipzig defensive player is not the best. You know, Willy Orban, I don't really think is that good.
Eddie, to be fair, that match versus Union Berlin, that was the first loss since 17th of September 2022 for Leipzig, and that was versus Gladbach. So Leipzig has been very, very good. And,
yeah, they're really good as counterattack. They're a great they're a great counterattacking team.
Obviously,
on the counterattack, they got some.
They have good players, and not Andre Silva. He's not a good player. He's not, and that's a fact. Every single YouTuber has every single, and who knows football actually.
Yeah, I don't rate Andre Silva. I don't rate Andre Silva, man.
With Vardio, he is very good center back.
Yeah, he's great. He's great.
He hasn't been his best since, obviously, Messi destroyed him in the
Messi incident.
It's typical. Messi destroys players, and then they turn into bad for a couple of games.
I mean, he's still young, man. He's still young. You're acting like his career is finished now, man. Come on, relax,
No,
man,
he's
relax.
not finished. But I think Guardiola is probably on form. Probably top 3 best centre backs in the world on form.
Ooh, that's interesting, man. I like Szoboszlai, man. Szoboszlai is also good. Konrad Leimer.
Also, we're going to talk about City, but before I talk about, I'm going to talk more about Leipzig, to be honest. And Werner, I think he's another man when it comes to Leipzig. Timo Werner is Leipzig top striker because he scored the goals, and they obviously have Mikael Forsberg, who hopefully he keeps fit at least until Sweden has played the first the Euro qualifiers, hopefully. But Olmo is injured, and that's, I don't know if that's bad or good. I know who, but
yeah, I think it's a loss. I think it's a loss.
And Nkunku probably will be on the bench tomorrow. And
Nkunku, man.
Come out like 20 minutes left or something. And then obviously, but I think Leipzig could hurt this City team. Just as we go Man City, they have not been that good this season. And their defense has not been the best. I think Kanya has been the best centre back besides Diaz for City this season, and they rely when they rely too much on Haaland, they struggle. So, and obviously KDB, we know what he could do. He's incredible. He's the best midfielder in the world for some reason, which I agree with. And obviously, Foden, Bowler, hopefully he joins a bigger club with more history soon.
Oh man. He's not leaving, man. He's not leaving.
Yeah, you never know. Hopefully. And I think City, I don't fancy City, to be honest, in this game versus Leipzig.
That's interesting you say that, man. Interesting you say, because the thing with Manchester City is that they've been good, but this doesn't feel like vintage Man City. This doesn't feel like like 18 and 19 season. Like it doesn't feel like that's a season. Like I don't know. I mean, maybe Rank can enlighten me. Maybe he might have a different viewpoint when I'm saying. Maybe I'm saying all rubbish stuff here. Maybe me and Sebastian don't know what we're talking about.
No, I feel like you definitely have a point because City have not looked unstoppable per se. They've been really good. Of course, they are still toe-to-toe with Arsenal in the Prem, and they comfortably won their group in the Champions League. So, they've been doing really well, but they are not unstoppable like other seasons. And I feel like Leipzig being a counter-attacking team, it's good because it basically counters possession football,
Yeah.
If City wants to play possession, they are going to have the ball a lot. But whenever Leipzig recover the ball and go on the counter, that's going to be difficult for City, of course. And Ederson is a goalkeeper that I don't rate that much, honestly. I think that Ake and Akanji have been very decent recently, but of course, City have been conceding more goals than normal. So if Leipzig get that chance on the counter-attack, they could maybe produce something, but as you said, it's going to be about can they soak up the pressure. And like you said, maybe Leipzig has not been the best defensively, and they are going up against Haaland, Grealish, Mahrez, then probably Foden, Julian Alvarez, so many attacking players. Even Kevin De Bruyne can get some shots or can get some really good assists. So if Leipzig had to soak up the pressure against Manchester City, maybe they can hold on for a while, but it's going to be really hard to hold on for 180 minutes, basically.
Yeah. The thing is with Leipzig is that what I've noticed with them is that they're a good team. It's just that they miss too many chances. And I think Nkunku is the only one that I trust in the team as clinical because Warner is not clinical. Actually, to be fair, Warner is amazing in the Champions League. Champions League, he's a different player. So maybe I should rephrase this, but I still, then you have the other players like, Forsberg has not really been that guy. Szoboszlai as well has not really been clinical. Then obviously other players like Andre Silva. Then you have like who's that guy? I forgot he's that Danish striker. You remember? Oh, Poulsen. Poulsen as well is not clinical. So that's my problem in Leipzig is I think they can cause issue to City. And I know a lot of people are actually saying in the chat that, there's no chance for Leipzig and everything. Like, this is the Champions League game, Manchester City don't even have good Champions League history. So, like, it's not a guarantee,
Yeah. Definitely not a guarantee, but I'm still heavily favoring City on this.
Yeah. City should win this. Like, City are the favorites. I don't think there's any denying that. It's just that, the amount of, like, disrespect I see to Leipzig is ridiculous, man.
And so also that City is one of the favorites is just absolutely mind-blowing because, they don't do well in the Champions League. They have never won it. They will never win it.
I don't know about never, man. Don't say never.
They will never win it.
Never say never.
Never say never, man. Never say never.
Yeah. When Pep Guardiola leaves back to Barca, Man City are finished.
Okay, let's read some comments. I know.
I would fancy Leipzig in this tie, to be honest.
Ooh.
More than City.
Man, heading into UCL, Napoli to advance high Polomo, man. Hi. Hey. I knew Napoli was doing much better in Serie A than Frankfurt and Bundesliga, but Frankfurt proved last year that league performance doesn't matter. Yeah, league performance doesn't really mean that much. The most lame tie, in my opinion.
Probably.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I might have to agree with this, to be honest. I might have to. Actually, you know what? Actually, I'm going to take back. I'm going to say Club Brugge Benfica. I'm going to say that's the worst.
Yeah, that's true.
Leipzig 1, Manchester City 3. Ooh, we'll see. Leipzig could have some moments, but I expect City to control the game. Man City versus Leipzig is clear cut, not gonna lie. Leipzig is garbage. Come on, man. That's your Bundesliga team, man. Follow I mean, well, actually, he's a Bayern fan, of course, but you still got to support your other Bundesliga teams, man.
Damn.
Leipzig are transition team. Marco Rose performing wonders. Nkunku might play second leg. Man City gonna knock them out. If they don't, then oof, for real, pooks. Let's get 15 likes. I think Wolfsburg will draw Leipzig, in fact, tomorrow. Dortmund played very well against Manchester City, home and away. Missed too many chances, just like Dortmund and Chelsea low. Dortmund have shown the excellent template of playing against City. Just be compact defensively, hit them on the counter. I mean, it's not impossible, but Man City should knock them out. Easy. All right. So we have the last game to discuss, guys. And you know who's going to start off here first. Unfortunately, Bioli will not be able to join us today to speak about Inter. He's busy, so we'll have Mats come on. So I'm going to put you guys in the background.
Okay.
I'll let you guys can speak after Matt's finishes. Matt's is
All
going
right.
to have to go first. Okay. Okay, so let me go ahead and invite Matt. Let me send the link to him. And this will be the last game for today. Then we're heading out. So let me see. Should work. Here we go. Okay. So I send the link to Matt's, guys. So make sure you guys subscribe if you're new. Subscribe, guys. If you're new on here, like the video if you did enjoy. And this will be the last one, guys. Inter versus Porto. And guys, in my personal opinion, I think this is the toughest game to call in the Champions League round of 16. This is the toughest one. Let me know if you guys agree with me in the chat, because I still think this one could go either way. I still think this one's a tough one to decide. So, Matt's man, the man. Wait, hold on. There we go. Yeah, mute my stream. Okay, hope the audio.
Sorted.
Yeah. Okay. Inter Porto, man. Matt, tell me from a Porto perspective how you're feeling.
Well, my thoughts at the start of the draw were as I want to get one of the German teams, but getting into it's a bit up and down on this one. It wasn't the worst one, but maybe Porto could have got an easier draw, and also the German teams that did finish runners up have been improving lately. As far as this tie goes, I feel I'm not sure what we're gonna get here, because Inter this season and probably last season as well have been very hot and cold. At their best, they can probably get a respectable win here, but at their worst, Porto can easily take advantage of funnily enough, Inter are second, but that could just be, we don't know. But they have certainly been the best of the rest as of now, but we don't know if it's just more a pinball or of a machine of in terms of who's finishing where.
Yeah,
I think it is going to be a close one overall. I watched the highlights of Sampdoria versus Inter Milan, and what I saw from that was Inter certainly did look good on the ball. It was just about scoring.
yeah.
Some of the chances weren't very well executed, and we shouldn't be letting Lautaro Martinez have some shots on goal, because in that game against Sampdoria, he was in good positions to score, but he mistimed his shot or got his footing wrong, which is something that could happen here. But maybe also we shouldn't. Oh, Martinez can be deadly on shots. Brozovic, I think, will be good.
Yeah, Brozovic.
Diogo Costa has been our best performer in the Champions League, and I would hope he steps up again. And for now, the final thing I'll say is this is the second of a very good long run, apart from 3 mid-table teams in the mix that Porto are up against. At the weekend, they started against Sporting Lisbon away, and they even got a win, which I thought on the balance of play they deserved.
Yeah.
Still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting, because the thing with Inter, as you said earlier, like, they're very difficult to gauge. Like, sometimes, like, they can beat, like, Barcelona and then, lose to, like, Empoli at home. Like, it's just really weird with this Inter team, is that you don't know what to get from this Inter team. And Porto, man, Like they're very, very good. Like a Portuguese team, like they topped their Champions League group ahead of like Atletico Madrid, ahead of Club Brugge. And I know
They all finished ahead of Atletico Madrid. No.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's crazy because Inter were like Porto were like struggling. I think for most of the group, they weren't even like top of the group. They only topped the group on the final match day, right?
They lost their first 2 games, and then their form sparked to life when they played by Leverkusen twice, having won 2-0 and 3-0. And then, of course, they put them. That revenge 4-0 win at Club Brugge was huge, and they managed to confirm top spot by beating Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing is that Porto, man, they've come to life. And this Porto team, as you said, like they're very difficult. They're coming into this game in good form. Look at their last 5 games, all 5 wins, and they kept mostly clean sheets as well, which is really incredible. Like they're very defensively solid. My only concern with Porto though is that the injuries. The injuries is a bit concerning. Wendell, Otavio, Fabio Cardona, Evan Nilsson, Gabriel Varane, they all could be out, which is I think big blows, especially like Evan Nilsson, Otavio. These injuries.
I don't think the backup for Evan Nilsson's been that good either. Certainly not compared to Evan Nilsson or Taremi, who will also need to step up for this game. Inter usually play 3-4 something, and Porto usually play a 4-4-2. So,
yeah,
I mean, Inter could play with a 5 midfield, but it'll be an interesting midfield battle.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It does depend on how good Inter Milan will be, because, like I said, they're a hot or cold team, and in most cases, I would take an away draw. But if they don't perform very well, then not winning could leave a lot to be desired.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting. I think what's going to really decide this whole thing is if Inter wins the first leg, because if Inter wins the first leg, they put themselves in a great position. Because it's going to be really difficult to see if Inter. It's going to be difficult for Inter to win away in Portugal. So, yeah, that's going to be very interesting here. So, unfortunately, Porto. Let's go look at the last game they played because their things are kind of.
It was against Sporting.
Yeah, Sporting.
So I did a live watch along for this one.
Yeah, you did. And yeah, like I said, man, it's going to be interesting. So, I mean, I have Inter just about to advance, but I could see Porto definitely doing it. So it's going to be very, very close, as you said, Matt said. I don't think there's going to be a lot of goals. Do you agree?
Not particularly. I think, well, in terms of not particularly on the amount of goals, I'm thinking something like 5 goals in both legs.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's potentially. I don't know. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of goals.
3 to 5. I'm thinking.
Yeah, maybe 3 to 5 at most. So yeah. Anyways, let's quickly hear from Rank and Sebastian, though we'll round off here.
I think one way a Porto could win if Inter are playing 5 in midfield is attack the wide areas, because then it means Porto have an extra man advantage on that right side with the extra fullbacks to go forward. Pepe and Galeno were effective, especially in the second half, down on the wide sides. Maybe not so much the fullbacks, but I think that's certainly some areas that we could cause problems against Inter, and obviously, hopefully, Taremi has a good game too.
Yeah. All right, Rank and Sebastian. Actually, let's go with Rank first, and then Sebastian can speak afterwards.
Well, this game is going to be very interesting. I believe that Inter should be favored in this game, but as we've been seeing, Inter have been pretty inconsistent in the league at times. They've been getting a lot of important wins, but also some inexplicable losses. So it's going to be key to see how Inter decide to show up, if we see the sharp Inter that we see at times, or if we're going to see them fall over against Porto. In the midfield, I feel like I would trust Inter a lot more, honestly, but it's definitely going to be a close battle. I don't think this is going to be a one-sided affair. I think I can agree with AD that there's not going to be a lot of goals. But if I trust someone to score, it's going to be my boy, Lautaro. I do trust him. And yeah, I feel like he could be the difference maker for this tie.
Yeah, that's the thing is that what I could see happening is that I think Porto could actually play better than Inter for both games, but I think Inter could just be more clinical. You know, Lautaro Martinez, Dzeko. I just look at the strikers that Inter have is like this class and the quality is so much significantly better than Porto's, you know. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be very interesting, as you mentioned. And Lautaro Martinez, he has a knack of scoring in these kind of big games, man, in the Champions League.
Yeah, and he's been on great form after the World Cup. Like during the World Cup, it seemed like he had a curse on him that no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't score. But after the World Cup, he was unleashed. He's been scoring everywhere.
Yeah, he's been good post World Cup, man. All right, Sebastian, round us off here.
I still remember you and Sebastian arguing with each other over Lautaro Martinez and Julian Alvarez as well.
And Julian Alvarez.
Yeah. Okay, let's not get into that again. Just for the time's sake, let's not get into that. Anyway, Sebastian, round us off here, man. Round us off.
It's just easy to say like Porto, they've been very good. Big up to Porto, even though I kind of support Benfica a bit more because of Steve, but I like both teams anyways. Wonderful clubs, and Porto is one club that you can't underestimate, because they are a very good team. They have Pepe, who the centre back who played for Real Madrid.
Yeah, Pepe's so class.
They have Costa, good goalkeeper, good youngster who played in the World Cup. And obviously, Taremi, very good striker. He is very clinical when he gets the chances. We saw in the England game in the World Cup, even though it was one of them was penalty, but this guy is very clinical for being 31 or something. I don't know, maybe is it 31? Obviously, the key here for Porto is do not lose by 2 goals or more, because that will be very difficult to turn around in the Dragao. Very beautiful stadium, actually. And if Porto could somehow get a draw or win in Milano, that would be amazing for them. And they gotta look out for obviously Lautaro Martinez, Barella, and a couple of more good players.
Yeah, we probably mentioned Skriniar. Skriniar is also really good.
Yeah, and I don't think he cares about Inter anymore, to be honest, because he's always mind on PSG. But Lautaro Martinez, obviously, who did not have the best of World Cups, but now he has picked up form again. I think it's just the World Cup win. All the Argentinian players turn up now. As Fernandez, he got destroyed by Adeyemi, which I enjoyed because I hate Chelsea.
Okay, anyways, let's get back to let's keep it to this game.
And Inter, the team they have, they could definitely make it far in Champions League, but the problem is, one of the problems can be Inzaghi. Like if he does things that Inter fans don't like and he get things wrong, it could end very badly. But I would edge this towards Porto, this tie to Porto, because of Conceição. He's a very good tactical.
Yeah, he's a very good coach. Thank you for mentioning that, Sebastian. Forgot about him. Conceição is a
great
coach.
Inzaghi, he's not that technical, but these Portuguese managers, there's something about them that
They're special, man.
you can't underestimate them. We saw with Amorim in the group stage. Sporting is now in the Europa League, and now Coach saw what he does in that group, which had a tough group. Most people did not expect what happened in that group. Atletico and Leverkusen, they had in their group. That was tough teams, but I would slightly edge it to Porto. Not because I'm not biased or anything, but I would edge it towards Porto because the team feels like more united and more, not Man United, but they feel like more close as a team. Than Inter, because Inter, when they are at their best, they can really perform. We have seen it before. And Porto, they have been in this stage of the Champions League multiple times. They have lost it, lost versus Liverpool, and multiple times, which, okay, I guess it's Champions League heritage, but I would edge it to Porto because, this team is very, very good, and the second leg is in Portugal, which is
that's gonna be massive, man.
Plus, they have a better goalkeeper, in my opinion, in Costa.
Onana's pretty good too. Onana's good.
Yeah,
and I want to say something real quick.
Sebastian Costa.
Yeah, Sebastian. You know how you were saying earlier that Porto got out of a difficult group. Inter also had a difficult group. We have to. They also had a difficult group too.
Yeah, they had Pilsen, who's not. To be fair, they got with 0 points, I believe. But they had Barca and Bayern Munich.
That was
Barca, to get ahead of Barca the way Inter did was just mind-blowing. Many people thought, oh yeah, this is easy. Barca and Bayern Munich is going through. But Inter proved every single person wrong that big teams doesn't always go through. I'm sorry to any Barca fans, but
it is what it is, man.
Inter were excellent in that.
Yeah, Inter, that's why I say this Inter. That's why I say Inter, they're just such a weird team that they can rise to the occasion against the big boys, and then they can lose to teams that they shouldn't be losing to. So it's very difficult to call with this Inter team because Matt was saying earlier, they're like that. Then obviously they're second place in Serie A as well, which. Just shows how great. Just shows how kind of And to be fair, guys, in Serie A, let's be real. Besides Napoli, every other team has been kind of on similar level. Do you guys agree?
Yeah. I mean, you can see it on the table as well. Besides Napoli, everyone else is so close.
Yeah. So I mean, and I'm not saying the second place is bad. I'm not saying it is, but it's not can we really read too much into it? That's what I'm saying. So, and because let's be real, guys, Inter should be competing for this title. With the team they have, with the squad they have, I predicted them to win this league. And they really, honestly, should be in this position, but they just have underperformed so much, especially beginning of the season. And now that Barcelona win has changed their season in some ways. I think it's changed their, especially in the Champions League. It's changed everything in the Champions League. So, anyways, I think that's going to be it for today. So let me read some final comments that we're going to be heading out.
Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
I would make 2 changes from the weekend. I'd bring Esquatio in alongside Uribe in that midfield 4, and I would take out Andre Franco because I don't think he was very effective against Sporting Lisbon, and I'd play Tony Martinez alongside Mehdi Taremi.
Yeah, fair enough, man. So remember, guys, on Wednesday we'll be doing our Champions League post-match reaction to these games, all 4 of the games. And by the way, guys, we're not going to have a live post-match reaction to the Barca Cadiz game because unfortunately I have to go out, so there will not be a post-match reaction. Instead, I'll try to do a video just before I leave, hopefully, or if not, I'll just do it afterwards when I get back. I'll
also say that I'll be on the awesome BLE's channel for a live watch along between Inter versus Porto.
Yeah. So let me read some last comments, guys. Okay. So I think Frankfurt versus Napoli is the toughest one to call. Yeah, I think I agree with you, AD, but I got Inter. Frankfurt Napoli is also tough. I think this one's slightly harder to predict because, yeah, I said Inter is difficult to gauge. We don't know you don't know what to expect from Inter, man. You don't know what to expect from them. Yeah, I agree with you. Actually, well, I gotta go now. Peace stream. Yeah, sorry for seeing this now. Take peace, Pookie, and then obviously. Yagabu thing now there. Thank you for joining, Emily Sky. And Elriza Yagabu says, okay, goodbye. Enjoy listening to your opinions. I cannot handle Mehdi Taremi because he is smart. Yeah, Taremi, man, he's a very smart guy. He knows how to win penalties.
Not always. I mean, that dive against Atletico Madrid was ridiculous.
Yeah, Taremi, man, he's clever, man. He's clever, man. He knows how to get decisions on his side. Let's put it this way. So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, man, Porto, man. I actually didn't speak about enough of the Porto players. I actually want to quickly speak then before we end up. So yeah, as you said, Ariba, I think is also really good, underrated. Then Sansi, the left back, I think is also good. Marcano has been good. Diego Costa as well. Eustáquio has been great. Then you have like other players like Otavio has been good. Evan Nilsson. So actually, Matt, so I'm going to ask you this question. Actually, do you think any of these players will be back for the game? You don't think so?
I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, which players are important, would you say, from those injuries?
I'd say Evan Nilsson, Otavio, and Wendell.
Yeah, and also, you know what's interesting, guys? I just realized Porto are also second in their league as well. So it's a battle of the second place league teams.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting, man. Interesting. Anyways, we're going to end up here for today. So thank you guys for watching today's stream. Guys, if you're not considering that like button, hit the subscribe button as well. And comment a little bit your thoughts if you're watching the replay. And of course, road to 2,000 subscribers is on. Hopefully, you can get that by the end of the year. So make sure you guys like the stream, subscribe, share the stream with your friends. Comment down your thoughts, comment section below. Make sure you guys check out my other platforms in the description below. And of course, there will be time subscription below for your convenience. In fact, I'm going to actually go at it right now before I end today's stream. So,
and obviously subscribe to me, Rank, and Matt. If AD doesn't want to say it, I don't know. But
yeah, make sure you guys check out. Make sure you guys check
everyone on Twitter. Follow everyone on Twitter.
Yeah, make sure you guys check out all the. Actually, that's a good point, Sebastian. I just realized that. So yeah, guys, share your socials. So let's go with Matt's first. So Matt's. Tell the audience where they can find you.
So on YouTube they can find me at the Matt's channel or my screen name down here. On Twitter I am at Matt's Attack 9, and if you are interested to follow my Instagram, it is Matty Mats Bristol.
Okay, now Rank is next. How can people find
you? In YouTube you can follow me as Rank Stocks Ball. And in Twitter, if for some reason you want to follow me there, I'm at Rankinex.
Okay. All right. And Sebastian, round us off, man. You're the last person.
Obviously, but okay. Oh, wait. I know what to do. So that's my Twitter. Obviously, my channel is Sebastian the Football Fan. Which you guys could subscribe. I'm gonna try to get Steve to bloody sponsor sometime. Hopefully he does, but I'm gonna try to do some things with him in the future, hopefully. Unless he has blocked me, I don't know. So he has not, because But my birthday soon, so I'm probably gonna do a birthday stream for that. So
all right, that's good to hear, man. Good to hear. Anyways, thank you guys for joining, man. So I'll see you guys next time, man. Hopefully you guys can be there for the post-match reaction, which we're gonna have on Wednesday. So what day is that actually? I'm gonna go just quickly check. That's gonna be on the 22nd, guys. The 22nd. So in 5 days, man, we'll be here again. And so yeah, I guess the next YouTube stream is gonna probably on Wednesday, guys. That'll probably be the next YouTube stream. Maybe that'll probably be the next YouTube stream, because as I said, I was gonna do the post-match reaction for the game on Sunday, but I gotta go somewhere. So unfortunately, I'll not be able to. I do it. So yeah, I think it's gonna be it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later, man. Peace out.
See ya.